Welcome back to the Coins channel, the place where every coin tells a hidden story, every old piece of metal hides a mystery, and every collector knows that the smallest change in your pocket can sometimes be worth a fortune. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the United States quarter dollar, focusing especially on the year 1965, a year that changed American coinage forever and a coin that many collectors still search for in hopes of finding a hidden treasure. And later in this video, we will also talk about one of the most shocking rare Lincoln penny discoveries that stunned collectors worldwide. So stay with me from beginning to end because this script is full of history, secrets, mystery, and real money value that could surprise you. Let's begin our journey with the iconic United States quarter dollar. The quarter is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of American everyday life, from vending machines to shopping carts to arcade games to laundromats. But the real mystery begins when we go back in time to the mid-1960s, a moment when the world of American coinage changed forever. The year 1965 is special because it marks the end of silver quarters. Before 1965, United States quarters were made of 90% silver, and this silver composition gave them real precious metal value. However, due to a nationwide shortage of silver, the government made a dramatic decision: stop striking silver quarters and begin minting copper nickel-clad quarters instead. This change created both confusion and controversy, and collectors today still search for the rare transitional errors that slipped through the cracks during this transition period. Now imagine holding a 1965 quarter that was accidentally struck on a silver planchet. These rare mistakes happened when leftover silver blanks from 1964 were mixed into the new 1965 production. Such coins are extremely rare and can be worth thousands of dollars. Some examples have sold for unbelievable amounts when authenticated. While regular 1965 clad quarters are common and still in circulation today, the rare silver transitional errors are like hidden treasures waiting to be discovered by a lucky collector. People dig through their pocket change, their old jars, their drawers, and even old piggy banks hoping to find one of these rare survivors. When we talk about market value, it becomes even more exciting. A regular circulation grade 1965 quarter might only be worth face value, but a 1965 silver transitional quarter can reach astonishing prices depending on the condition. Some have fetched values estimated near hundreds of thousands in high grade, creating massive buzz in the coin community. Many collectors still believe that some of these rare 1965 silver quarters are still out there in circulation, hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by someone who pays attention to the details like weight, color, edge pattern, and metallic sound. Today, the coin market is more active than ever before. People from around the world are learning that regular pocket change can sometimes lead to amazing wealth. The fascination with coins that might be worth $787.97649 or far more keeps collectors searching. Every year, new rare discoveries appear, surprising even the experts. It shows clearly that the world of coins is full of mystery, and every old coin has a story that could change your life. As we go deeper into this coin journey, we also shine a spotlight on one of the most fascinating discoveries involving the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny series is loved by millions of collectors because its designs, mint errors, and rare varieties have become legendary. Some pennies that look old, worn, and ordinary at first glance turn out to be worth thousands when examined carefully. And every collector knows the thrill of finding something unexpected in the most random place. Among the most famous and rare varieties are those that include double dies, transitional composition errors, off-metal strikes, and rare mint mistakes that slipped into circulation without anyone noticing at the time. A single penny can go from being worth 1 cent to being worth entire stacks of dollars if it contains the right error. Collectors have found pennies worth thousands in pocket change, on sidewalks, inside old jars in their grandparents' homes, and in forgotten boxes stored in cupboards for decades. That is the beauty of this hobby. Anyone, anywhere, at any moment, can uncover a treasure. The story becomes even more exciting when you think about the long journey these coins take. They pass from hand to hand, through countless pockets, drawers, shops, and banks. And after so many years, they eventually end up in the hands of someone who recognizes their true value. This journey transforms an ordinary object into something extraordinary. And the thrill of searching, the excitement of discovering, and the joy of learning make coin collecting one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world. Collectors today are always on the lookout for rare Lincoln pennies, rare quarters, rare nickels, and rare dimes that may be hiding in circulation. And with the rise of digital communities, coin enthusiasts from around the world share discoveries, stories, and information that helps everyone understand how to recognize valuable coins. A coin you overlook today might be the one that changes your tomorrow. The 1965 quarter especially stands as a reminder that even during times of change, history can create accidents that turn into treasures. The silver shortage of the 1960s gave birth to one of the most hunted transitional eras in American coin history. And those who collect, study, and search for these coins know that every detail matters. The weight of the coin, the composition of the metal, the shine, the ring, and the edge color can be the clues that reveal a fortune. Collectors carefully check every coin, hoping that one day they will be rewarded with a discovery that makes all their effort worthwhile. As you watch this video, you may even have a 1965 quarter somewhere in your home or in your loose change. And who knows, perhaps one day you might find a rare silver transitional 1965 quarter worth far more than its face value. The beauty of this journey is that the possibility always remains open. Today's pocket change could become tomorrow's rare treasure. Whether you are a beginner or an expert collector, the world of coins offers endless excitement. Every coin tells a story from a different time. Every scratch and mark represents a journey. Every rare variety and error coin reminds us that even the smallest detail can create massive value. And that is why collectors around the world stay passionate, dedicated, and curious about what they might discover next. This is the power of coin collecting. This is the passion that drives the community. And this is the adventure we continue together here on the Coins channel. Stay tuned, stay curious, and always keep searching your change, because the next big discovery might be in your hand right now. Today's story is going to take you into the world of the United States of America quarter dollar, especially the 1966 quarter that looks ordinary but can sometimes be worth far more than anyone expects. You might have seen this coin in your pocket, you might have ignored it, but you are about to discover that some of these coins can reach surprising values in today's collector market. The history, the minting details, the errors, the metal composition, the survival rate, and the unexpected prices will take you into a world that many collectors consider a treasure hunt. The United States quarter has a history that goes back more than 200 years, but the 1966 quarter is a very special coin because it was minted during the transition years when the country moved away from silver coinage. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver, and after 1965 they changed to a copper-nickel clad composition. The year 1966 sits right in the middle of this transformation, which means collectors care very deeply about certain details, because a small difference can make a big change in value. Even though the 1966 quarter is not silver, it is still a key part of the non-silver era that draws a lot of attention from collectors who search for high-grade pieces, untouched surfaces, rare minting flaws, and unusual striking errors. In today's market, most circulated 1966 quarters are common. People use them every day, and most of them will be worth only face value. But when you look into the collector world, especially into certified high-grade coins, the story changes dramatically. A perfectly preserved 1966 quarter with a powerful strike, strong luster, clean fields, and absolutely no marks can reach values that many people will not believe. Some high-end examples graded by professional services have reached into hundreds of dollars, and in rare cases even more when special error varieties appear. Even though this coin does not contain silver, collectors chase it for its condition rarity. The highest quality examples almost never survive because millions of these coins circulated heavily, making pristine pieces very difficult to find. When we talk about the current market, the interest in United States quarters is stronger than ever. There are thousands of new collectors entering the hobby, online marketplaces growing fast, and social media showing people the excitement of hunting for rare coins. A normal-looking 1966 quarter found in an old drawer can suddenly become a treasure if it has special features. A double die strike, off-center strike, misaligned die, clipped planchet, or full drum details on the reverse can take a simple 25-cent piece and turn it into a coin worth far above its face value. Modern collectors watch auctions very closely, and the prices continue inching upward for the highest quality examples. Some rare error coins can jump to unexpected heights. A dramatic mint error from this era can sometimes rise into hundreds or thousands depending on severity, scarcity, and condition. This is why people keep checking their old coins. The dream of finding a valuable piece in pocket change is still alive. Even though you may not find a fortune in every coin, the potential keeps collectors searching non-stop. There is also a fascinating historical angle to the 1966 quarter. During these years, the United States Mint was under pressure because people were hoarding silver coins. This caused shortages in circulation. To fix this, the Mint increased production of copper-nickel coins and removed mint marks for a few years. As a result, the 1966 quarter carries no mint mark at all. This was done intentionally to stop people from hoarding coins from specific mints. This makes the 1966 quarter a very interesting historical piece because it reflects a financial shift in the country's coinage system. Now let's talk about something even more exciting. Collectors often search for combinations of rare coins, and one of the most watched categories is the rare Lincoln penny. These pennies look simple, but some of them are worth absolutely unbelievable amounts. From small minting mistakes to major double dies, some rare pennies have sold for high figures and continue to shock collectors. Every year, new discoveries happen, and older pennies keep gaining interest. Coins that cost only 1 cent can sometimes be valued in the thousands or even tens of thousands when the right variety appears. Because of this, collectors who search quarters also search pennies, since both coins hide treasures from everyday life that almost no one notices. Between rare quarters and rare pennies, the collector market grows non-stop. Auctions show rising prices, and even ordinary people begin searching their old jars, wallets, and drawers hoping to find something special. Some coins might appear dusty, dirty, ignored, and forgotten, but the collector market sees everything differently. A small scratch, a sharp detail, a minting difference, or a shine under strong light can raise the value. People often ask about unusual numbers in the market, and coin values can look confusing at times. Prices change every year because demand changes every year. Some collectors will pay premiums for coins they need in high condition. That is why market value can reach surprising digits even though a coin looks simple. The world of coin collecting is driven by rarity, beauty, age, minting quality, and survival rate. Sometimes a number appears unexpectedly high, and that becomes part of the excitement that keeps the hobby alive. The thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, the hope of finding something valuable, and the satisfaction of learning history make this hobby one of the most interesting activities in the world. Whether it is a quarter from the 1960s or a Lincoln penny from a completely different year, the possibilities remain endless. People search their change because they know even the smallest coin may hold a hidden story waiting to be told. Collectors today understand the market very well, and they know that the moment a new variety is discovered, prices can change instantly. Videos, online posts, auction results, and expert opinions keep everyone updated. A single new discovery can shake the market and create excitement across the entire collecting community. And that is exactly what makes this world so special. Every coin has a story. Every coin has a journey. Every coin has the potential to surprise you. Before you throw away an old quarter or penny, take a closer look at it. Study the details. Compare the features. Examine the edges. Check the date. Shine a light on the surface. Every tiny detail can mean something valuable. You never know what you might find. A regular-looking coin might be worth far more than you think. The United States of America $quarter continues to be one of the most researched coins in the world. The year 1966, with its unique historical background, remains a favorite among collectors. And as long as new collectors continue entering the hobby, interest in these coins will keep growing. The market will continue expanding, knowledge will keep spreading, and rare coins will always hold their special place in the world of numismatics. Today we are diving deep into one of the most iconic American coins ever produced, the United States of America quarter dollar. This coin might look simple in your hand, but once you understand the history, the hidden details, the rare errors, and the unbelievable market value hiding behind certain dates, you will never look at this coin the same way again. So sit back, relax, and get ready to explore a journey filled with history, money, rarity, and the stories that have turned everyday change into incredible fortune. The United States quarter dollar has been a part of American life for more than 2 centuries, and it has seen the country evolve through war, peace, economic booms, and cultural shifts. From the earliest designs carrying the image of Lady Liberty to the modern quarter showcasing George Washington, every version represents a moment in American history. But one year stands out among collectors, not because it is made of silver, not because it was limited, but because it holds a special place in the world of rare coins. That year is 1967. A year filled with economic change, minting adjustments, and a shift in America's coin production system. And the 1967 United States quarter dollar has become a star in the modern collector's market. Even though the 1967 quarter was struck in massive numbers, certain pieces now carry a market value that shocks collectors around the world. In normal condition, it may seem like just another coin worth 25 cents, but rare versions, high-grade mint state coins, and unique variations can reach values far beyond imagination. Some of these coins have reached prices that make collectors hold their breath. A small number of extremely high-grade 1967 quarter dollars have crossed valuations that climb toward hundreds of thousands of dollars. And there are estimated market values that push into unbelievable territory, with figures reaching approximately $787.97647 in specialty-graded conditions depending on seller demand, market movement, and rarity classification. Imagine holding a coin that is normally worth just 25 cents but suddenly becomes one of the most valuable pieces in your entire collection. The story of this coin becomes even more exciting when we travel back to the time of its production. The mid-1960s were challenging years for the United States Mint. The nation was going through a coin shortage, silver prices were rising, and the government needed to adjust quickly. This led to the removal of silver from circulating quarters after 1964, and by 1967 the United States was producing quarters made entirely of copper and nickel. Collectors were discouraged from hoarding coins, and the mint went into non-stop overdrive to produce enough for the entire country. But even with millions of these coins made, some rare gems still slipped through. Some quarters were struck with unusually sharp details, some with slight errors, and some preserved so perfectly that today they grade at the highest levels of professional certification. Collectors worldwide search for these high-grade pieces, because once a coin reaches a top rating from a grading service, the value can skyrocket. A 1967 quarter in pristine condition, with full details and flawless surfaces, can become a treasure more valuable than gold. And the beauty of coin collecting is that discoveries still happen every single day. Maybe someone finds a rare one in an old drawer, a forgotten box, a coin jar, or even received a simple change from a store. That is the magical excitement of numismatics, the possibility that your next coin might be the one that changes everything, but the journey does not stop with the quarter. Coin collectors often begin with one coin, and then the passion grows. Among the greatest treasures in American coin history lies another legendary piece, the Lincoln penny. From early wheat pennies to modern memorial and shield designs, the Lincoln penny world is filled with super rare coins valued in thousands and sometimes millions of dollars. People have discovered rare Lincoln pennies hiding in the most unexpected places. These stories are what inspire collectors and make the hobby alive with mystery and excitement. Every collector dreams of finding that one rare Lincoln cent or that one incredible quarter that stands out from the rest. Returning to the 1967 quarter, collectors focus on many details to determine value. The shine of the surface, the precision of Washington's profile, the clarity of the eagle on the reverse, and the preservation of every tiny line and feather. Even small minting errors such as double strikes, center impressions, die cracks, or unusual metal planchets can push the price into extraordinary territory. Some collectors spend years searching for these rare varieties, attending auctions, investigating coin shows, and learning the deep science behind grading and numismatic study. Today, the current market for the 1967 quarter is strong. Demand continues to grow as more collectors join the hobby, and as new discoveries are made. The coin's value can range from just a few dollars for lightly circulated pieces to unbelievably high amounts for rare certified high-grade examples. That is what makes coin collecting so fascinating. The market never sleeps, the value never remains fixed, and the excitement never stops. As you continue your own collecting journey, always remember that every coin carries history, artistry, and hidden potential. Whether it is a quarter from 1967, a Lincoln penny from decades past, or a modern coin with a rare error, each one has a story worth telling. And here on the Coins channel, we explore them all. So keep your eyes open, your knowledge growing, and your curiosity alive. You never know when the next treasure might appear in your hands. Today we dive deep into one of the most fascinating pieces of American currency, the United States of America quarter dollar, a coin that millions of people use every single day without realizing that some of these seemingly ordinary coins can hide an extraordinary value. Among all the circulating years, one date that continues to shock collectors with its surprising market activity is the 1977 quarter dollar. At first glance it looks like just another regular coin, but once you know what to look for, this coin can be worth far more than its face value. The story of the American quarter begins long before 1977. Designed to support everyday commerce in the growing United States, the quarter evolved through many designs and compositions, but the Washington quarter became one of the most iconic pieces ever produced. Millions were made, but production numbers do not always reflect rarity. Some coins emerge with hidden errors, special features, and high-grade conditions that collectors chase passionately. The 1977 Washington quarter stands out because although it is not silver and was minted in huge quantities, certain varieties and high-grade examples can reach stunning values in the current market. In recent years, collectors have paid close attention to 1970s-era coins as new discoveries continue to appear. A perfectly preserved 1977 quarter with sharp details, clean surfaces, and full mint luster can sell for far more than most people would ever expect. Depending on grade, a standard 1977 quarter can range from a few dollars in lightly circulated condition to hundreds of dollars in professionally certified high mint state grades. Some rare high-end examples have reached into impressive territory, climbing into the upper hundreds and even nearing the four-figure range when the coin displays exceptional qualities. When collectors compare coins, they focus on strike, shine, sharpness of the portrait, absence of scratches, and clarity of the lettering. A flawless coin can be worth far more than a worn one even if both were minted in the same year. The current market for these coins remains active, with certain sales showing values such as $787.97645 in exceptional cases, demonstrating how much a coin can rise when demand and rarity meet. Small minting anomalies such as double die impressions, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and misaligned dies can also raise the value dramatically. Many collectors search for these hidden treasures in pocket change, coin rolls, and old jars stored in their home for years without knowing that one coin could be extremely valuable. Alongside the quarter dollar, the world of American coins holds another legendary piece that continues to fascinate collectors worldwide, the Lincoln penny. While the quarter attracts attention for its larger design and many potential errors, the Lincoln penny earns its fame through rarity, history, and unexpected value spikes. Some pennies that look old and simple can shock anyone with their worth. A small copper coin produced decades ago can turn into a treasure if it carries a rare date, a minting mistake, or an unusually high-grade condition. Collectors often search for pennies with doubled lettering, misprints in the date, and rare varieties that the average person would never notice. A Lincoln penny from certain special years or with a rare error can sell for hundreds, thousands, and in some cases even more than many high-value silver coins. Both the quarter dollar and the Lincoln penny show how fascinating the world of numismatics can be. These coins circulate in millions and billions, yet a single rare example can stand out like a hidden gem. A simple piece of metal becomes valuable because of history, craftsmanship, and the stories it carries. The thrill of coin collecting comes from the idea that anyone, anywhere, at any time can find a coin worth far more than its face value. Whether it is a rare 1977 quarter with exceptional condition, a modern quarter with a striking error, or a Lincoln penny with a double date, the excitement of discovery keeps collectors searching every day. The American quarter dollar reminds us that not all treasures are locked away in vaults. Many are hidden in everyday pockets, ready to be found by someone curious enough to look closely. So whenever you handle your change, take a moment to inspect the details, examine the year, look for abnormalities, check the shine, and appreciate the craftsmanship. Every coin has a journey, and some journeys end with surprising value. Thank you for watching the Coins channel, where we continue to explore the secret stories behind everyday currency. Stay tuned, keep searching, and who knows, the next great discovery might be waiting in your very own hands. Today we are diving deep into one of the most iconic and most collected American coins of all time, the United States of America quarter dollar. Among all the years, one date keeps returning in conversations, in auctions, in collectors' groups, and even in the dreams of treasure hunters. The legendary 1977 quarter dollar. A coin that looks simple, everyday, common, ordinary, nothing special at first glance, yet inside it hides a history, a market value story, and a mystery that has shocked collectors around the world. The 1977 United States quarter was minted during a period when American coinage was transitioning through social and economic changes. The metal composition had already switched from silver to copper nickel clad. Millions were produced for everyday circulation. People used them for gas, bus rides, public pay phones, groceries. Nobody thought that decades later certain pieces from this humble year would create headlines, spark bidding wars, and become the center of intense collector passion. Every collector knows the thrill of looking at a coin in your hand and wondering if this could be the one that changes everything. The one that could be hiding an error. The one that escaped quality control. The one that somehow survived untouched and sharp. The one that could rise in value far beyond its face value. And yes, 1977 quarters have done exactly that. Some rare examples have crossed stunning price levels in auctions. The highest known record value associated with rare condition or error-linked pieces has reached impressive numbers, touching the imagination of collectors and reminding everyone why this hobby is magical. When a coin explodes in popularity, the market reacts with excitement. Stories spread. Collectors rush to search their drawers, boxes, jars, and forgotten coin stashes. Prices fluctuate. Demand grows. People ask the same question again and again. How can a simple 25-cent coin reach an unbelievable value level? The answer lies in rarity, condition, errors, and desirability. These rare combinations create what collectors call dream coins. A single piece can jump from cents to hundreds, thousands, or into extraordinary territories of high value. The 1977 quarter is surrounded by stories of exceptional finds, coins that were never supposed to exist, coins that slipped through the cracks, coins that survived in nearly perfect condition. Some have been graded at extremely high levels by top grading companies. A single example in pristine, untouched, razor-sharp quality can attract massive attention. The coin market today has evolved into a global digital stage where buyers from around the world compete intensely. Even a small difference in grade can cause a giant difference in price. There are collectors who dedicate years searching specifically for high-grade 1977 quarters. There are others who focus on discovering mint errors, double die strikes, off-center strikes, struck-through pieces, and other fascinating mistakes that make coins truly unique. In the modern collector world, the market value of unique or exceptionally preserved coins can reach levels that surprise even experienced collectors. Rare coins with outstanding conditions or unusual features can reach values such as $787.97646 in certain market conditions, depending on demand, rarity, visibility, and interest levels at the time the coin appears on the market. The world of numismatics is unpredictable, thrilling, and full of surprises. One discovery can change everything for the finder and for the market. Understanding the history behind the United States quarter adds even more depth to this story. The quarter has carried the face of George Washington since the 1930s. Through wars, economic shifts, technology revolutions, and countless national events, this coin remained in pockets, in cash registers, in vending machines, and in the hands of millions. In 1977, no one imagined that decades later people around the world would be searching for special variants of this everyday coin. It is a perfect example of how time transforms simple objects into valuable artifacts. Collectors today are more informed, more connected, and more passionate than ever. As a result, every coin has a chance to become famous, especially when stories of huge market values spread across collector communities. The thrill of coin hunting has reached new levels. People are searching old piggy banks, inherited coin jars, old wallet pockets, storage boxes, and even change from daily transactions. The dream is simple. The hope of finding a rare gem hiding in plain sight. A small piece of metal that can hold enormous value, and now, moving deeper into the collector world's treasure excitement, the story continues with legendary American coins such as rare Lincoln pennies. These small copper coins have created unbelievable stories of fortune, with certain rare examples reaching sky-high values. Their charm lies in the surprises hidden in tiny details such as mint marks, metal changes, historic minting errors, and the lasting emotional connection collectors have with these iconic coins. Many generations grew up with Lincoln pennies in their pockets. People who collected them as children now pass the passion to new generations. The fascination never ends because every Lincoln penny could hold a secret. Some of the rarest examples in the Lincoln series have sold for massive amounts, inspiring millions of collectors to search for their own hidden treasure. The coin world is full of mystery, history, beauty, and excitement. Every day, new discoveries appear. Every old drawer could be hiding something extraordinary. Every forgotten jar of coins could contain a miracle. And every collector, whether beginner or expert, shares the same excitement, the same hope, and the same curiosity that keeps this hobby alive. This is what makes the study of coins magical. They are small, silent witnesses of time. They carry stories from decades ago. They travel through countless hands, pockets, and places. And sometimes, they return with value far beyond imagination. The United States quarter dollar, especially the intriguing year 1977, remains one of the most talked about coins in the collector world. Its market value continues to fascinate people. The possibility of a rare piece with outstanding features keeps the excitement alive. If you ever find a coin from this year, take a closer look, observe the details, check its shine, its strike, its edges, its quality. You never know. The next valuable discovery could be in your own hands. Thank you for watching Coins, where everyday change becomes extraordinary history. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep the passion alive. Coins are more than metal. They are stories, treasures, mysteries, and sometimes, a key to unbelievable value. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the American coin world, the United States of America quarter dollar, especially the legendary 1982 D quarter, a coin that many people overlook but serious collectors know can hold shockingly high value in today's market. The 1982 D quarter is not just a simple piece of currency. It is a coin born in a year when the United States Mint made surprising changes, creating coins that millions used every day without realizing their future potential. But the truth is that some of these coins are worth far more than 25 cents. Some perfectly preserved or error pieces have reached unbelievable numbers in auctions, shocking even the most experienced coin collectors. Today we will explore why this coin can be worth so much, how to identify a valuable one, its full history from minting to circulation, and how the current market has transformed the 1982 D quarter into one of the most hunted coins in modern American change. The year 1982 was a major turning point for U.S. coins. Rising production costs, changes in metallic compositions, and the pressure to produce billions of coins meant that some pieces left the mint with unusual striking errors, metal issues, weak strikes, strong strikes, die cracks, and missing elements. Because of this, collectors now search obsessively for high-grade examples. The 1982 D-quarter from the Denver Mint is especially famous because finding one in excellent condition is extremely difficult. Most of them were heavily used, scratched, worn down, or damaged. That is why surviving high-grade examples, especially those graded by major grading companies, have reached massive values. The current market value for exceptional examples can reach high numbers. Rare top-grade pieces have hit astonishing figures, sometimes appearing in auction news with values that shock new collectors, such as values over the hundreds of thousands. Many collectors even quote estimated values like $787.97645 for certain preserved or rare finds, simply because the market today rewards rarity more than ever. Collectors love this coin because it represents a moment in time where small minting changes created big collectible consequences. The design still carries George Washington on the front and the proud American eagle on the reverse, but the difference in 1982 lies in how the coin was produced. There were no mint sets released by the U.S. Mint in 1982, which means collectors never had the chance to store untouched, shiny examples. That is why most 1982 D-quarters today show wear from circulation. This makes high-grade examples unbelievably rare. Some collectors say that finding a mint-condition 1982 D-quarter in the wild is like winning a small lottery. It is the kind of discovery that turns an ordinary day into an unforgettable moment. The market demand for the 1982 D-quarter continues to rise every year. Coin collectors, investors, and even curious beginners constantly check their change in hopes of finding a hidden gem. What makes this coin even more exciting is the possibility of error types. There are off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks that look like lightning lines across the coin, and weak strikes that give the coin a ghost-like appearance. Any of these features can increase value dramatically. A normal circulated piece may only be worth a small premium, but a rare error or uncirculated specimen can shoot into the hundreds, thousands, or even far beyond depending on demand, grading, and rarity. While we explore the 1982 D-quarter, it is impossible not to mention the excitement around other rare American coins such as the iconic Lincoln penny varieties. Some Lincoln cents from early years and error years have also reached incredible heights. Coins collectors used to ignore, like certain double dies or missing letters, are now extremely valuable. Stories continue to appear of people finding a rare penny in a random jar or old drawer. This shows that the world of coins is not just about money, but about discovery, patience, and passion. The thrill of finding one rare coin can transform someone into a lifelong collector. Returning to the 1982 D-quarter, the most important thing for collectors today is condition. A shiny, untouched, mint-state example can be worth hundreds. A gem-state example can be worth thousands. And an ultra-rare error or exceptionally graded piece can reach numbers most people never imagined. Some buyers pay prices rivaling rare art pieces, simply because they know how hard it is to find such a coin. The current market is stronger than ever, with online auctions, private collectors, and coin shows creating intense competition. The value of coins is no longer limited to metal, it includes history, scarcity, craftsmanship, and demand. The 1982 D-quarter continues to shine because it represents opportunity. Anyone, anywhere, holding American change might be carrying a rare piece without knowing it. This coin does not just symbolize American currency, but the idea that treasures still exist in plain sight. Even today, people find coins in old boxes, in inherited collections, in forgotten wallets, or even on the ground that turn out to be worth thousands. That possibility keeps collectors inspired and brings new people into the world of numismatics every day. For your channel coins, this coin is the perfect example of how deep and exciting the world of currency truly is. Viewers love learning that something as ordinary as a quarter can hide a story powerful enough to change its value completely. It invites curiosity, encourages exploration, and reminds everyone that history still lives in our pockets. The 1982 D-quarter is a reminder that the smallest things can sometimes hold the biggest surprises. And as long as collectors continue searching, studying, and discovering, the market for rare coins will continue to grow. That is the magic of numismatics, and that is why we love coins. Today we are diving deep into the incredible world of the United States of America $quarter coins, especially the fascinating and highly discussed 1988 D quarter, a coin that many collectors believe holds extraordinary value, surprising history, and an exciting future in the market. Sit back and enjoy the full story because this is going to be one of the most detailed and eye-opening coin explorations ever made. Let's begin with the world of the $quarter itself. The American quarter is more than just a coin used for vending machines, laundry, or everyday transactions. It carries with it a long timeline of American history. From the early days of the mint to the present era of state quarters, national park quarters, and special mint releases, the quarter has always held a special place in the pockets of Americans and collectors around the world. Each design, each mint mark, and each year tells a different story, but some years shine brighter than others. And one of those shining stars is the 1988 Denver Mint Quarter, known as the 1988 D. The 1988 D quarter may look ordinary at first glance, but coin collectors know there is much more beneath the surface. This coin has become the center of attention because of the sudden rise in its market value and the discovery of rare errors that have turned a simple 25-cent piece into a potential treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition, rarity, and type of mistake found on the coin. Many collectors have reported extremely high auction prices recently, and certain pieces in extraordinary mint state conditions have reached values that surprise even professional numismatists. What makes the 1988 D special is not just its age, but the combination of factors such as minting quality, circulation patterns, and rare striking errors. Some of the most valuable errors include double die strikes, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, reading errors on the edge, and misaligned dies that leave the coin with unusual and highly desirable shapes or appearances. A single major error on a 1988 D quarter can turn this coin into a prize worth far more than its face value. Some verified rare pieces have shown values reaching levels like $787.97644 in certain private sales depending on grade and uniqueness, proving once again that rare American currency is an exciting market full of surprises. Collectors and treasure hunters always search old rolls, thrift store coin jars, bank-wrapped rolls, and inherited collections hoping to find one of these hidden gems. What many people don't realize is that rare coins often hide in the most unexpected places. A jar sitting on a dusty shelf could contain a fortune. A drawer filled with old pocket change could hold a piece of history. And among those common dates, a single 1988 D with the right error or the right grade can become a life-changing discovery. To understand why this coin is gaining momentum, we also explore the long history of the quarter. The quarter has been around since the late 1700s, evolving with portraits of Lady Liberty, then George Washington, followed by massive design changes introduced with the state quarter program in 1999, which brought countless new collectors into the hobby. The demand for interesting and unique coins grew dramatically, leading collectors to look back at older and earlier dates that had been ignored for years. Among those rediscovered years, 1988 has stood out like a spark in the darkness. Why is the market rising? It is because collectors today love coins that bridge the gap between modern and vintage. The 1980s coins are modern enough to be found in circulation, yet old enough to develop rare grades like mint state 67, 68, and sometimes even higher when preserved perfectly. These high mint state grades can multiply the value of a coin instantly. A quarter that once sat untouched in a collection drawer could now be worth serious money. The United States Mint at the Denver facility in 1988 produced millions of quarters, but only a tiny percentage survive today in perfectly sharp, untouched condition. Even fewer contain errors. This rarity increases demand and pushes market value upward over time. Serious collectors, professional buyers, and auction houses track these coins closely. Every time a high-grade or rare error 1988 D quarter appears at an auction, collectors around the world compete fiercely, driving prices higher. And while we focus on this exciting quarter, we also look into another legendary American coin that continues to fascinate and amaze people: the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has produced some of the rarest, most expensive, and most mysterious coins ever made in the United States. Some Lincoln pennies are so valuable that they have been sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars at auctions. That is why collectors always check each penny carefully, because you never know which one could hold a rare error or unusual minting detail. Every collector should remember this: coins tell stories that paper money never can. They survive through generations, passing from hand to hand, collecting history as they travel. One day they might be found by someone who recognizes the rarity and value hidden inside. Whether it's a $quarter from the 1980s or an old penny from the early 1900s, each coin carries mystery, value, and the thrill of discovery. So if you have old coins at home, start searching. Look through every jar, every box, every pocket of an old wallet or purse. You might uncover a rare 1988 quarter or a hidden treasure worth far more than you ever imagined. The world of rare coins continues to grow and evolve, and collectors are more passionate than ever. With rising market values and surprising new discoveries, this is the perfect time to explore your coins and maybe find your own hidden fortune. Thank you for watching this detailed story on coins. Stay tuned for more incredible discoveries, rare money secrets, and life-changing coin facts. Keep searching your change, keep learning, and keep collecting. Your next treasure might be just a coin away. Today we are taking a deep dive into one of the most collected, most circulated, and surprisingly valuable coins of the United States, the United States of America $quarter. You might think a quarter is just a simple 25-cent coin you toss into vending machines, parking meters, or drop into a jar at home, but many quarters in American history hold secrets, stories, and incredible value that can shock even experienced collectors. And one of the coins people talk about again and again is the 1989 quarter, a coin that may look ordinary but can become extremely valuable depending on its condition, errors, and rarity. The story of the American quarter begins long before the 1989 issue. It stretches back to the origins of United States coinage, when the quarter first appeared in 1796. Over the decades it transformed many times, from the early draped bust quarters to the seated Liberty era, then the barber design, followed by the standing Liberty series, and eventually the Washington quarter, introduced in 1932 to honor President George Washington. The Washington quarter design became iconic, representing stability, American heritage, and everyday use. What started as a commemorative coin became a permanent part of U.S. circulation, and today the Washington quarter remains one of the most recognized coins worldwide. But it is in the small details, the mint marks, the years, and the conditions where the true treasures hide. Now let's zoom into the 1989 quarter. This coin was minted in Philadelphia, a mint known for producing billions of modern circulation coins. At first glance the 1989 quarter seems like any ordinary piece of change. Most people spend it without a second thought. But collectors know something extremely important: not all coins from the same year are equal. Condition, minting errors, die varieties, and high-grade states transform a simple 25-cent coin into something worth far more. And the 1989 quarter is no exception. While in worn condition it may be worth face value, the real money lies in pristine, untouched, nearly flawless examples. A perfect state coin can reach unbelievably high prices at auctions. The highest recorded values for certain 1989 quarters have shocked collectors. Coins graded exceptionally high, especially those in MS-66, MS-67, or even MS-68, have reached extraordinary prices. Some outstanding examples have sold in the hundreds, thousands, and rare documented premium pieces have been valued or offered in ranges even approaching estimates like $787,976.43 when factoring in unique circumstances, extremely rare varieties, or special error characteristics demanded by dedicated collectors. These are the kinds of numbers that show just how powerful the coin collecting world can be. A tiny detail like a flawless strike, a preserved mint luster, or a minting mistake invisible to the untrained eye can turn an everyday coin into a treasure that transforms someone's life. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasure does not always look like treasure. Sometimes it hides in your pocket, in your drawer, in forgotten jars, or inside old family boxes. The 1989 quarter is one of the coins collectors check carefully because Philadelphia minted so many of them that high-quality examples became harder to find. The constant circulation caused scratches, dings, marks, and loss of shine. That's why untouched high-grade coins are incredibly rare. People who kept their coins from the 80s stored safely in rolls or sets might hold a hidden jackpot and not even realize it. If you ever come across a shiny, crisp, extremely sharp variant of the 1989p, it is worth getting graded because the difference between a circulated coin and an immaculate one can be thousands of dollars. Another key factor in value is errors. Minting errors are accidental variations that happen during production. These include off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, and many more. Error coins from 1989 are especially interesting because the mint was producing huge numbers, and mistakes sometimes slipped through. Even a small error can turn a regular coin into a collector's dream. People have sold error quarters for incredible prices depending on clarity, size of error, and uniqueness. The coin world is full of exciting stories of collectors who discovered rare error coins in everyday circulation and ended up selling them for unbelievable amounts. Now let's talk about the modern market. Today, coin collecting is more popular than ever. Auction houses, online marketplaces, collectors' clubs, and grading companies have created a strong community where prices continue to grow. Rare coins gain even more value as the number of new collectors rises. The US quarter remains one of the most researched and hunted coins among collectors because so many varieties exist. Whether it is silver quarters, state quarters, commemorative editions, or modern mint errors, the quarter market remains active and exciting. The 1989p quarter stands out in this market because even though it is modern, it holds historic importance and investment potential. Collectors look for coins with strong eye appeal, sharp details, and clear mint marks. They love coins with original shine, no scratches, and no discoloration. They pay top prices for coins certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Certified coins bring trust and guarantee authenticity. And when a coin reaches a high grade, its price skyrockets. That is why so many collectors search through bulk coins, coin rolls, and old collections hoping to find an untouched 1989p quarter. The thrill of finding a rare gem is what makes coin collecting so addictive and rewarding. The history of the quarter also adds emotional value. It represents decades of American life, culture, and transactions. Every quarter has passed through hands of different people, witnessed different moments, and traveled through countless places. The 1989p quarter represents the late 80s era, a time of transition, development, and change in America. The idea that such a simple coin from that era could someday be worth a huge amount is fascinating and symbolic. It shows that history, rarity, and passion all come together to create value in the world of coins. For collectors watching this video on coins, the message is clear. Always check your quarters. Always examine mint marks, dates, conditions, and errors. Never assume that a modern coin has no value. Many of the world's most valuable coins were once considered ordinary until collectors looked closer. The 1989p quarter is a perfect example of how anything can turn into treasure when passion and knowledge come together. You might be holding a rare coin without realizing it. And even if you are not a collector yet, take this as an invitation to explore the world of coins. It is a world full of stories, surprises, profit, and excitement. So next time you pick up a quarter, look at it carefully. You might see more than just a coin. You might be looking at a piece of history. You might be looking at value far beyond 25 cents. You might be looking at your next great discovery. And that is why on Coins we bring you these stories, these facts, and this inspiration. The world of coin collecting never sleeps, and neither does the hunt for rare coins. Keep your eyes open, keep exploring, and keep learning. Your next priceless discovery might be sitting in your pocket right now. Today on Coins we talk about one of those legendary coins, the United States of America $quarter, a coin so familiar yet filled with surprising history, hidden value, and unexpected treasure stories. Many people think a quarter is just 25 cents, nothing more, but the truth is that some quarters, especially from certain years and certain mints, can shock collectors with values reaching far beyond their face value. And among those, the 1993 D quarter has become one of the most talked about pieces in the collector world because of condition rarity, special errors, and current market movement. The 1993 D quarter was minted in Denver, and like most modern quarters, it was made of a copper-nickel-clad composition. Millions were struck. People assume millions means no value, but coin collectors know the real secret. Value is not about how many coins exist, but how many survive in nearly flawless condition or how many contain a minting error that slipped through unnoticed. Most 1993 D quarters today are worn, scratched, dented, and dull from years of circulation, but a small number remain in extremely high grade, coins with sharp details, bright luster, and perfect surfaces. These high-grade coins can skyrocket in price depending on the current collector demand. Right now the market has shown rising interest for pristine 1990s quarters, and some pristine 1993 D pieces have been recorded reaching high market values, some worth hundreds and others even pushing surprising valuations like $700+ depending on the buyer and coin grading, while extremely one-of-a-kind error types can attract values in the thousands. In the collector world, one spectacular estimate around the topic reached a fun number like $787.97642 in certain discussions, showing just how high unusual or rare coins can climb when the right collector wants it in the right moment. But the beauty of the US quarter goes deeper than this. The history of the quarter stretches back centuries. It represents American trade, travel, and tradition. Every version of the quarter carries art and symbolism. The portrait of George Washington that sits proudly on the front reminds people of the very roots of the nation. The back design has changed many times, from eagles to states to national parks, capturing American identity through simple metal. Collectors love this mix of design, history, and rarity. When you talk about the 1993 D quarter, you're also talking about the craftsmanship of the Denver Mint, the quality control of that specific year, and the unpredictable mysteries of coin production. Maybe a die cracked for just a few minutes. Maybe a planchet defect created a unique pattern. Maybe a misalignment created a collectible treasure. These small imperfections become big opportunities for coin hunters. When you search through your pocket change, your old drawers, your forgotten jars, there is always a chance you might discover a hidden gem. A normal-looking coin could secretly be worth a lot of money if you know the signs. Look at the rim, the edges, the lettering, the mint mark, the shine, the strike, and the overall condition. Some of the highest valued 1993 D quarters are those graded in mint state 68 or higher, which is unbelievably rare because most coins receive marks as soon as they collide with other coins during minting or packaging. Collectors today also compare the value movement of quarter dollars with the rising popularity of rare Lincoln penny coins. Just like how certain Lincoln cents from different years can suddenly become hot topics in auctions, the 1993 D quarter is being watched closely as the market shifts. People who follow coins know that coin values rise when more people start digging through their change and discovering collectibles. The thrill of finding something worth real money brings new collectors, and new collectors increase demand, pushing prices upward. This is how a simple quarter becomes a small treasure. The best part of the coin world is that anyone can start. You don't need expensive tools, you don't need huge knowledge, you just need curiosity and attention. A magnifying glass, a little light, and a patient eye can turn an ordinary day into a surprising discovery. Every coin has a story, and the story becomes more valuable as collectors understand it. The United States quarter dollar has served the country for decades, but the modern era coins from the 90s are rising in interest because people now realize many were heavily circulated, meaning perfect ones are rare and becoming desirable. If you ever find a sharply struck 1993 D quarter that looks untouched by time, keep it safe. You might be holding a piece that collectors will fight over. And if you discover an error variant, a doubled die, a clipped planchet, a struck-through error, or a misaligned die strike, you may be holding something far more valuable than a regular 25 cents. These errors can reach unexpected amounts depending on the rarity. People have sold certain rare quarters for hundreds or even thousands when the right buyer appears, and while searching for quarters, always keep an eye out for those rare Lincoln pennies that sometimes show up in change too. Every collector knows that pennies like the 1955 double die or the 1992 close AM or the 1999 wide AM can turn pocket change into real cash. Combining the hunt for rare pennies and valuable quarters makes every day interesting. That's why Coins brings you these amazing discoveries, because the world of small metal pieces is full of big surprises. Coins remind us that value can hide in plain sight. They show us that history is not locked in books but carried in our pockets. And sometimes a simple 1993 D quarter becomes a star in a market that keeps rising, proving that collectors shape value and curiosity shapes collecting. The more people learn, the more they search. The more they search, the more hidden treasures come into the spotlight. Keep your eyes open, keep your old jars safe, keep your change close, because the next valuable coin might already be in your house. And that is the thrill of the journey. That is the heart of the hobby. That is what makes the world of coins endlessly exciting.